Okay, so I have a confession to make. I am completely obsessed with mathematical principles in card magic. If you can disguise the mathematics going on in the trick, you can create miracles, and the key in doing this is a strong presentation. The principle I want to talk to you about today is called the free cut principle. Now, it's often attributed to Jean Fennell, but it was actually John Hamilton who created and devised this principle. He wrote up the basic concept in a manuscript put out in 1948. Then later on in 1970, it was rewritten in the Pallbearers Review, Volume 5 in 1970. Now, it wasn't called the free cut principle. Jean Fennell is the one who came up with the term, which he put out a book called the free cut principle in 1967. There are so many wonderful things you can do with this principle, and if you just put your mind to it, you can come up with all sorts of amazing things with it. So in this video, I'll share with you the basic concept of the principle, and then I'll show you a couple of applications or tricks you can do with it. Let's get into it. Okay, so here is the most basic form of this principle that I could possibly come up with to show you what's happening. Now, this is not a trick, this is just a simplified explanation and demonstration of this principle. Okay, so keep that in mind. So here's what's happening. If you have a known number of cards, in this case it's exactly 26 cards, and somebody has these cards in their hand, you know it's 26, but they don't know that, but that's your secret information, okay? So now you have them, maybe give the deck a mix, if you want to, now you ask them to just cut anywhere in their cards, okay? So they do that, and they remember their card they cut to. In this case, it'll be the Jack of Spades. Now you ask them to place these cards down on the lower half of the deck, which they do. It doesn't matter how many cards this is, because as soon as they put these on top now, their card is now at exactly 26, or however many cards you know it is. So as long as you have a fixed number or a known number in mind that they're cutting, it doesn't matter how many cards they cut because you'll always know the number. Again, it's very simple. You give them exactly 26 cards, they cut anywhere, put these cards down on top of this lower half, like this, you put the rest on top. Since you know they had 26 cards, you know exactly where their card is because it's 26 down in the deck. I'm sure that makes sense to you. But like I said, having them cut anywhere in their half and having them shuffle first too really clouds the principle and it shades and hides the math of what's going on because they don't know exactly how many cards they have, only you do. And so I think, like I said, there's a bunch of things you can do with it. So now I'll show you some different things, different applications and different setups for card magic. So this is John Hamilton's handling of a trick called Eyes of the Gods and how he used it. So take a look at this. If you divide the deck exactly in half, 26 and 26, and have two people look at cards from the cutoff portions like this, they both look at a card, the 4 diamonds and the 3 clubs. Now if one person puts their cards on top of the other stack and vice versa like this and puts the cards together, it doesn't matter how many cuts are given now because both selections will now be exactly 26 apart. So you can arrive at those cards or find those cards through the use of maybe key cards and things of that nature, or a crimp or a bridge, or you can use a divided deck, and by that I mean 26 red cards and 26 black cards. So check this out. If you divide the deck in half, 26 and 26, red and black, and you have two people, one of them cuts off some cards, and so does the other person. Hey, look, 10 of hearts, 10 of clubs. Now, if one person puts these cards over here, switches places with the cuts like this, and puts them on here, assembles the deck, gives it a cut. Now, not only can you find the cards easily, but they're also 26 cards apart. So check this out. You go to the deck, and the first run of black cards or whatever you get to, the first of the opposite color will always be one of the cards. So if you put that down and then you put these on top, the other card is exactly 26 cards down. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is, you can obviously imagine different presentations you can do with that principle there. More information on that trick can be found in a highly underrated book called Card Fixes by John Rocketbomber. Now, that trick was called A's of the Gods, of course inspired from Eyes of the Gods by John Hamilton. Another really cool way you can do this is like this. So imagine if the deck was divided exactly 3 equal piles, so 17 cards each. So a good way to do that is put jokers in between the intervals of 17. So 17, 17, and 17. So when the guys have just taken the jokers out, you say, look, we're going to make some cards like this. We don't need the jokers. And then as you're doing this, you can actually have people shuffle these piles up. But of course, you know that each of these piles contain exactly 17 cards. So now you just have somebody choose any pile like this. Maybe they choose this one. They can shuffle those up and then ask them to cut. That's a layman shuffle for you. Have them cut anywhere like this. Demonstrate how you want them to cut and look at their card. 6 of spades. And then you ask them to put it on top of any other pile like this. Shuffle the rest. To pick up the rest, shuffle these and put them on top. Now, even though that all seems very convincing, they chose everything, cut anywhere, chose the pile, put the cards on top of any other pile that they wanted to. You know, because each pile contains 17 cards, that their card is 17 plus 17 equals 34. The card is exactly at 34 down. So we'll take a look. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the card every time, just because it's basic math. I don't know what I'm doing here with these face down cards. What the heck? If you don't like doing it that way, you can just do a very casual version of this. I do this one a lot, and this is how it goes. So this time we'll just use 7 cards in each packet. So you can do this. We'll just take some cards. It doesn't matter how many it is. Maybe this many here, maybe this many here. It doesn't matter. But all you know is that there's 7 cards in each pile. And this is done very casually, as you're saying, it doesn't matter how many cards we use, maybe this many here, and you're just doing 3, 2, 2. All right, you're pushing over 3 cards, and then 2, and then 2 for a total of 7, all right? This is an Alex Elmsley idea called the spread count. So it doesn't matter how many cards we get, and maybe some here, but all the while it's just, you're going 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, right? For 7 cards in each pile. So now our target number is obviously 14, because 7 plus 7 is 14, right? So you ask them to pick up any pile, give it a shuffle, just like what I just showed you there. Cut to any card, boom, the 3 of diamonds. They put it on top of any other pile, shuffle the rest, take these, shuffle these, put them on top. Now, anybody with who's observant or is mathematically inclined might know that, with the cut, and then if there's equal cards in each pile, and if it's 7, then of course their card will be at 7. But I don't think anybody would. But if somebody's watching very closely and trying to figure it out, maybe they would think of that. So you then pick up the deck, and through like a recap, you say, look, you took the cards, you shuffled them, and then you put the deck in 3 piles, and then you took any pile and looked at a card and assembled it. There's no way I can know what your card is. It would be impossible. In fact, we'll try this. Look, if we spell the word impossible, that's IMPOSSIBLE. What was your card? 3 diamonds. Boom. There it is. Now, all you do there is take away 4 cards to hide the method, which puts their card at number 10, right? So as soon as they do the free cut procedure, you pick up the deck and, as a recap, shuffle 4 cards singly to the bottom, all right, which will put their card at number 10. All right, so you took the card, you give them a shuffle like this, and then we put it into 3 piles. And so after the shuffle, you just do a spread and drop version of the JOC cut, right? So once again, you're here. Their card is at number 10. Now, because of the shuffle, you spread and drop some cards. Boom, 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 like this. And then gather them up like the OC cut. And this retains the exact same order. It doesn't change anything. So now their card is at exactly number 10, which impossible spells with 10 letters. So you can already see, and your mind is probably already trying to come up with so many things you can do with this principle. I mean, think about locations, think about predictions, really any card, any number. There's really so many things you can do with the principle. It makes card magic extremely easy, right? You don't have to work hard. So now I'll close this video out with showing you a routine that I came up with using the principle and hiding it in plain sight, pretty much. Okay, so let's say we had somebody here and they're going to just take some cards, just say stop anywhere right here. All right, take those cards and give them a good shuffle like this. And so they do that, give them a good shuffle, and you ask them to cut off any amount of cards that you want to, and look at the card you cut to like this and put them on top of there so I can't see anything. All right, so they do that. Maybe they cut here to the 4 diamonds, they put them on there, and they can shuffle these, put them on there, maybe give the whole thing a cut, and so nobody can know where the card is because you said stop anywhere, you cut anywhere, and you cut the deck again, so it would be impossible for me to know where that card is. But what I'll try to do, I'm trying to get in your head. Let's see. So let me just see what you did here. First of all, you said stop anywhere, and then you took some cards, gave them a shuffle, and then put them on there. So I believe your card is now at, let's see if I can get the calculation right. Think about your card. Oh, I think your card is at number 15. Let me see, take 15 cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What was your card? The 4 of diamonds? Alright, so now I'll teach this to you, and you can present this however you want to, but I think telling them exactly where their card is a strong presentation on its own. I mean, how could you know that? Because they cut anywhere, stop anywhere, cut the deck. There's no way you could possibly know that information. So, but when you tell them, it's absolutely mystifying. Trust me. Just trust me on that. Okay, so what you'll need for this is a gimmicked card. I mean, you don't absolutely need a gimmicked card, but it'll make your life a lot easier. Trust me. So what you're going to do is make a thick card. And what I mean by that is taking 2 cards and taping them together with double-sided tape. Take the double stick tape, and I recommend using the Scotch brand, the yellow plaid version, the permanent edition. And what you want to do is really put it on the extreme edges all the way around. So one here, one here, one here, all on all sides of the card for all its length, because you don't want to have it split anywhere on the card. All right, so you want to really have sealed edges of the double card. The reason for this double card is because it'll make dribble forcing 100 times easier. I mean, it's automatic, so you put it anywhere in the middle, and you always just stop right on it. So now that you have your thick card, you want to put it at, I put it at 18, but you can put it anywhere. All right, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. About a third down in the deck, roughly. But you want to remember the number that I set. In this case, I just put it at 18. It's easy for me to remember, okay? So put that thick card under the 18 cards like this, and you're ready to rock and roll. So now you just dribble force onto them the 18 cards, right? So they'll say stop anywhere. Do me a favor, just say stop as I do this. Stop right there. Perfect. Take these cards. Now you just, unknowingly, they have exactly 18 cards, which is perfect for the free cut principle. All right, so now you ask them to give them a shuffle like this, and you're just demonstrating how you want them to shuffle, but what you're really doing is taking this thick card and shuffling to the bottom of your packet. All right, so you do this and just shuffle the cards like this, and you just put that on the bottom of the thick card. So they're shuffling these, and now you ask them to cut the deck anywhere, or cut their cards anywhere, and look at the card they cut to. In this case, it'll be the 7 of diamonds. Ask them to put them on there, shuffle the rest, and put them on top, and give the whole deck a cut. Now what they're doing is placing that thick card 19 cards above their card. So under this thick card now, their card is exactly at number 18. So this is what you do for their presentation. You say, look, you said stop anywhere, you cut anywhere, you shuffled, you cut, you did everything. It would be impossible for me to know where your card is. but I'll try to get inside your head, alright? So let's recap what you did. So you said stop anywhere like this, and you just do dribble forces on yourself. You stop at the thick card, right? You said stop like this, and then you took some cards, you shuffled them, and you're just recapping what they did, right? So you stop at the thick card, put these on the table, so now their card is 18 cards down, minus the thick card, of course. So now I like to shuffle 4 cards, and you took the card, you shuffled them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. You shuffled them, blah, 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 and put them on there. There's no way I can know anything. So now, since you did that 4 card shuffle, that'll put their card at number 15. So this is what you do for the presentation, all right? So you just recap whatever, blah, 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 and say just focus on your card. If I do this, I can maybe get a sense of what it is. I'm getting a sense, I'm getting a number. I think I'm gonna say 15 down in the deck is your card. So I'm gonna take the deck and count 15 cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and there they will find their card every time, thanks to John Hamilton and Gene Fennell. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch this video. It truly does mean the world to me. And so if you learned something new and if you got value from the video, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and sub to the channel. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.